No cozy game is complete without some clutter, and Tiny Glade is no exception. I'm going to give you 10 tips and ideas on how to fill space and liven up your builds. The first foundational tip is to use the fence arches. I am currently making a picnic table, but you can make so many different things. After building your platform and drawing a path through it, you'll need to make 6 separate arches. Then you'll begin moving them into place. Remember, they must be on the pathway to keep their arched shape. So if you ever lose it, just add more path, or if it starts to look weird, erase some path. Right click to lower your arches down to create a bench, and use the higher arches to create your table. Something I found out a little too late is that you can't change the color of the arch after it's already been built, so you must first build out the fence and change the color of the fence. Then you can erase the fence and use your arch as normal. The second tip is to use the windows placed on the foundation to create trapdoors. This will auto-generate clutter and it looks really nice. You can click on them to cycle through the different options. And if you don't want trapdoors all over your build, you can create a second platform the same size as the platform you're currently working on and stack it on top. Number 3 is a fireplace. These are a great clutter item that you can stick just about anywhere. Once you have your platform, you'll build a wall and run a path through it. This will create the arched shape. Use another platform to create the hearth. I like to use a second wall to add depth. Take a round building and widen the roof and lower it to the ground. Move it into the fireplace and add some chimneys, and then use a wall to surround it to hide the rest of the round building. The opening to my fireplace needed a little bit of work, so I just erased some of the path to even everything out. Number 4 is a very simple one. Just use your doors backwards, and it adds a lot of interest to your builds. Number 5 is also a quick one, and it's to flatten down your platform and change the color to create outdoor rugs. Outdoor rugs are a great way to break up different sections and different spaces to make everything look more natural and like it belongs in the space. I think this one is so cute. Number 6 and number 7 both use the wooden fence. To create firewood, we're just going to draw the fence all over the place in a random fashion to look like logs laying together. You can use the cut tool to lower or raise certain pieces to make it look more natural, but that's really all there is to this one. Adding a little bit of firewood next to the fireplace really makes it look realistic. To make a chair, you're going to use the same method as the picnic table by creating wooden arches. You'll lower the seat for the first part and then lower the back of the chair up a little bit higher with the second arch. For number 8, we are going to create a brick well. Make it as small as you can without losing the little pieces, and then add a fence arch through it, which means you do have to draw a path underneath. Raise the fence arch up to create the little overhead on the well. I used multiple to kind of look like a roof, but you can also use one for the same look. Since I want my well to have clutter, I'm creating another platform to stick underneath, and then I am raising the well back up. If you change the color to red and use the wooden feature, the tops change to wood and it actually looks deep, and I love that. I like that the clutter piece generated by the trapdoor is a bucket, and then the shovel kind of looks like a chain hanging into the well, which could be to pull water up or something. Tip number 9, hide your windows behind a wall. So if you're at the end of a street, or if you're somewhere where there really wouldn't be a lot of houses, you can just hide the windows with a wall up really close. If the clutter goes away, that means your wall is not in the right position, and just try again. And number 10, this is a bookshelf, and I love this one so much. You're going to use a brick wall to create the surrounding of the bookcase, and then you're going to use a wood arch to create the shelf. The books are going to be made out of very small, shrunk down brick walls, and you're going to want to change the color before you put them on the shelf because it is quite hard to actually change it once they're in there. You can use another wooden arch to create the top shelf of the bookcase and add as many books as you would like. And that is it. We have 10 tips and tricks to add clutter back to your game. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you learned something, please feel free to subscribe and leave me a comment about anything that you have built recently that you love and that you're proud of. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, bye!